little friends. They had some unexpected travel and some things, so today it is just me and behind the camera, Miss Corinne, and we have put in a super effort today to pull this off. So we are going to do like we normally do. I'm going to tell you a story, and then we'll show you the activities in the take and makes, and I'll just demonstrate everything today. Just so you know, all of our take and makes are claimed at this point for Tuesday and Thursday. This one was extremely popular, so you won't be able to pick up a take and make if you don't already have one scheduled. All right, so I don't normally tell you what story I'm going to tell you before I tell it to you, but I'm going to tell you today that we are going to do the Superman origin story. So if you didn't know, Superman actually was born on a planet far, far away. And that planet was going to be destroyed. And so when Superman was just a baby, his parents put him into a little baby spaceship, and they sent him out into space so that he would not be destroyed when the planet was destroyed. And so it floated around in space, and then it got caught in Earth's gravity, and it pulled down into the Earth, and it crash landed in Midwestern United States. And a couple found our poor little astronaut baby, I guess, and they decided to adopt him. And their name was Jonathan and Martha Kent, and they named him Clark Kent. And as Clark started to grow up, they started to realize that he had some really cool powers. He was invulnerable, which means that nothing on Earth could hurt him. He was super strong, and he was super fast, and his eyes could be like lasers, and his breath could freeze things. He could do all these cool things, but they were worried that if the world knew about it, that they might try to experiment on him. So they encouraged him to keep that quiet, but they also encouraged him to do good things with his superpowers and to help people. So as Clark got older, he moved into the big city. He moved into Metropolis, and he became a reporter. And that's where he met his friend Lois Lane, who liked to report on Superman's activities and didn't even know that it was Clark Kent that was doing it. But as Clark got older, he realized that he really did want to help humanity. And so he decided that in order to do that, he had to have a super ego. He had to have a disguise so that his enemies wouldn't know who he really was and then try to hurt his family and friends. So when he's Clark Kent, he wears glasses and button-down shirts and slacks, but when he's Superman, when somebody calls for help, he heads for that telephone booth, and quicker than lightning, he's into his red and blue supersuit with the cape. And he's all ready to go. And I forgot his other special powers. He can fly, right? So he flies off to save the day, and then when he's all done, he changes back into Clark Kent so that nobody knows who he is. Now, Superman, because he's helping people, he has a lot of enemies. And some of his enemies figured out that even though things on Earth couldn't hurt him, things from his original planet, called Kryptonite, could hurt him. And they tried to use that against him. But he always came out stronger for it. And one of his biggest enemies was Lex Luthor. Now, Lex Luthor was like a mad scientist. He didn't have any superpowers, but he was a very powerful person, and so he kept trying to use his influence to destroy Superman. But Superman also had some really great friends, and so with his friends, he created the Justice League. And so we've got Wonder Woman, which is what I'm dressed as today, and Batman, and the Flash, and the Green Lantern, and they all made the Justice League so that they could protect the whole world. And that is the story of Superman. All right, everybody, are you ready to make these crafts today? I'm pretty sure you are. I'm going to move back here around my table. Miss Corinne's going to pull the camera in a little closer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a cape. So this is the example that Miss Suzanne did for us. Now, what you're going to get in your pack are self-adhesive felt sheets. So what Miss Suzanne did is she pre-cut one for me in a star, and then she also drew my K on there, which is probably backwards. But you need to actually do that backwards because when you cut it out, you want to make sure that your letter is correctly on your shirt, okay? Now what we did not include is a t-shirt. And that's because I'm pretty sure you all can find an old t-shirt that will work. And if you've got little tiny siblings that maybe haven't been doing the kits, I'll bet if you got a t-shirt for them, there's enough of this felt that you could do one for them. And if you feel like you want the cape to be a little bit bigger, maybe you could get mom's shirt or maybe dad's shirt and turn that into the cape, okay? But just pick an older shirt, and it doesn't matter if there's something on the front because we're actually gonna cut the front off, okay? So there are instructions in there, but we're gonna see if Miss Kimberly can do this because Miss Suzanne put this craft together and then taught her how to do it. So we'll see. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our t-shirt and we're gonna cut the sleeves off. And we're gonna cut them diagonally from the armpit up to the neck, okay? Because it might be a little bit hard for you to see what I'm doing. And if you have fabric scissors, they're amazing. So, see how I cut that arm off? Then I'm gonna cut off the other arm. And you're just gonna kind of wanna go diagonally towards that neck. Okay? Alright, so there's my other arm. So this is the way my shirt looks right now. Okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off the front. So just right along that neckline. Just on the front. You don't want to cut the back. Miss Kimberly feels like she's doing that awkwardly. All right. So now we have our neck free because that's what we're going to put around our neck. But you can see that the front is still attached. So we got to take those sides off. So just cut right along the side of your t-shirt. Real quick. And it doesn't have to be super exact. My mother would be horrified watching me cut this like this. I suspect Corinne is a little horrified too because Corinne is a sewer. And I am not trying very hard to be very precise in my cuts. But it'll look like that. And then you want to do the same thing on the other side. Sorry, I should have pre-cut one of these sides so you didn't have to wait for me. Just cut right down that side. And you have a cape. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay that down, and I'm gonna take the starburst that Miss Suzanne gave me, and we'll see if Miss Kimberly can get this off. Y'all remember a couple weeks ago when I had this problem? Yeah. All right, so then we're just gonna take that all off. Easier said than done. All right, so now I have my star. It's all sticky on the back, it's stuck to my fingers. And I'm just gonna find a place, probably right about here, so that it's on there, okay? Then what you would need to do is cut out your letter. I'm not gonna do that because you don't need to sit here and watch me all day, but you're just gonna draw your letter on there or whatever you wanna make, and you're just gonna cut it just like my star was all cut. And then once I've got that done, I'll put the K on there, and then I'll have my K-Pow cape. All right. So the next thing that you're gonna get in your kit is some superhero stuff that'll help you have that superhero identity. So one of the things you're gonna do is you're gonna get a wristband. And you're gonna only get one wristband because that's gonna be like your power wristband. So let's say maybe one of your superpowers is to shoot lasers. So maybe this is your laser band. So we're gonna need to make a cuff, and then we've got a little Velcro here. So you're gonna put the Velcro on one side, and then you wanna make sure that you put the Velcro, the other piece of Velcro on the correct side. Otherwise, it won't close properly, okay? goes like this. Now on your little wrist, you can probably slide your hand in there. Oh, Miss Kimberly can slide her hand in too. I wasn't sure. And then you've got these little things like this that maybe if you wanted to do this one, you could say it's your laser, and you could write laser on there, or you could draw a little eye or something. I'm going to do kapow. Maybe. About there. And this is going to be my super strength cuff, okay? So when somebody comes at me, I'm going to go pow, and they're going to get knocked over. Miss Corinne didn't follow suit and get knocked over. That's okay. All right, so the other thing you're going to get is a mask. Now here's the thing with the mask. We ran out of masks in order to even accommodate all of the take and makes that we had planned. So for the people who are getting theirs on Thursday, you're probably going to get one that you're going to color in, and the people who are picking up today are going to get these foam masks. I'm not going to make the mask today because I want to give this set to somebody who can use it, one of the kiddos. So, but you've got some foam stickers, and again, you're just going to make a mask for yourself, and then you've got some elastic, okay? All right, the next thing is that you're going to do a superhero identity. So you're going to get a piece of paper like this, and it has a person here who's kind of blank, so you can color them in a little bit. You're going to do your name, your superhero name, and then choose your superhero powers here. And then you're going to see it's a training academy. That's like your certification that says you're a superhero, okay? Now I'm going to have Corinne stay where she's at. So this is the one that I did. And what you're going to do when you're done is you're going to fold it in half, okay? So you've got you on one side, your information on the other side. And you're going to take this cool little thing. It's a little self-laminating. So you're going to stick it in here. And you might have a parent help with this. Now they should be cut to the right size, that there's clear plastic all the way around, but you can trim it if you need to. And then you're going to take off this piece right here, close it in, and it'll stick so that you have your own ID, okay? Again, I'm not going to do it because I want to give somebody this little piece of laminate. But then you have your ID card. So then, as a superhero, you have your cape, your superhero band, your mask, and your ID, right? So you are all ready to go. But now you need to build up some strength for your missions. So we got to have a little snack, right? So slide on over. And we are going to we are jumping out of the DC universe into the Marvel universe, and we're going to do Captain America pizzas, okay? So in your take and make, you are going to, first of all, you're going to get a little bottle of juice, and they all are different superpowers. So this one is super speed. That's good. I think Miss Kimberly needs it today. And then you're going to get an English muffin, just a half of it. You're going to get some cheese, including a cheese star. There's some pizza sauce and a pepperoni, okay? I'm going to try to set it up on here to make it a little easier to see. So you're going to take your English muffin and your pizza sauce, and you're just going to slather it on there like you would a pizza. Now, if you wanted this to be a little bit warm, you could toast your English muffin, you could warm up your pizza sauce, or when you're all done, you could put it in the microwave or something and heat it up and melt your cheese just a little bit. So once you've got your pizza sauce on there, I'm going to set my star aside, and I'm going to take my shredded cheese, and I'm just going to put that on top of it, okay? Then I'm going to take my piece of pepperoni. And if you don't like pepperoni and don't want to put pepperoni on it, that's fine too. I'm going to stick my pepperoni on there. And then I'm going to take my little star and I'm going to stick it right on top. And now you have a superhero treat so that you can get all that energy up so that you can do all of those superhero good deeds. All right, I think we've done it all. So to close this out, we're going to do a little more dancing because that's what we do. So Miss Corinne's going to move back. Miss Kimberly's going to move in front. She's going to turn on the music. And we'll just dance everybody.